Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Outside, George. Shoots over Vassell. George, no good.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
There's no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
George with the screen on Harper. Carrington bounce pass. A nice shot by George.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Wembanyama passes to Vassell. Back to Wembanyama. Gasol against Coulibaly. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Harper. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Top of the key, Carrington. Pass to Whitmore. No good on the triple. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Vukcevic has got his second basket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Spurs passing it around. Here's Wembanyama. And he gets contact. And the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
A generational talent. Wembanyama is an all-around player with incredible upside.
So he gets them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal swing.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Wizards making a switch here. Gill's checked in. Here's Castle. Still without a basket. Wembanyama outside. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots up to a good start.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Here's Carrington. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Harper the pass to Vassell. Wembanyama, that's for 2. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. And the news today is with the Washington Wizards. They had the chance to acquire Anthony Davis, and why not? It's not every day you get to add a perennial all-star to your squad. This will significantly improve their size and what they're able to do on both ends of the floor.
Always some exciting news happening in the NBA. We thank Shams for always bringing it to us. Now here's Barnes. Nothing on the board.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Well, he's such a natural talent, has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
George sets a screen. Carrington bounce pass. Chalk up 2 there. That's now 8 points for George.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Some changes here for the Spurs. Johnson's checked in for Stephon Castle. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Harper. A change for the Wizards. Russell's checked in. Wembanyama with it. He's covered by Gill. Back to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
It's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now, here's Johnson. He's defended by Coulibaly. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. San Antonio trailing here. Here's McLaughlin. Scoreless thus far. Johnson's shot is off. It's George on the wing, covered by Vassell. Pass to Coulibaly. Back to George. There's the three. Rebound by Johnson. And San Antonio shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Here's Coulibaly. 5 points in the game. Here's Russell. And he lays it straight in. Russell's got his second basket.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That time, Vassell looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now, here is Russell. He's covered closely, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Washington shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside for George. With 1 on the clock, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Wizards lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wizards.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside. And you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Russell is out there with Hardy. And there's Riley. And it's Vukcevic in at the center, filling out the middle.
Yeah, the anticipation. Russell on top of the play there. Gets the steal, then gets his boys out in the open floor.
Here's Champagnie following the bucket by the Wizards. Johnson uses the glass to finish the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Washington. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pass to Champagnie. Hits the three-point bomb. Champagnie's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Russell, no good. Spurs trail by 6. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Johnson, the pass to Cornette. The rebound by Champagnie. The Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Guys, back over to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Both teams deciding to change it up. Russell against Harper. Castle with it. Still scoreless. To the paint. Here's Cornette. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Pass to Champagnie. Riley against Johnson. Shot by Champagnie, no good. Now Castle. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Kept alive. Here's Cornette. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Here's Russell. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Harper. Pass to Cornette. Wembanyama high post. 18 points for him. They double team Wembanyama. Johnson from outside. Great positioning on the putback. Cornette's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Up top, Russell. He's guarded by Harper. Harper with the steal. And he makes good on the layup. And it's now only a 1-point Wizards lead.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Russell against Harper. Russell passes to Hardy. Russell inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Whether it's points, steals, or passes, Russell is out here working hard to give you what you need.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line. Here in the second quarter.
And he sinks the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And the Spurs making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Washington making some changes. Castle with it. He's defended by Coulibaly. Wembanyama up top. Kicks it out to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Nailed from three-point land. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's a good shot by Johnson. He's always a threat from out there.
Into the lane. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Number 24.
Here's Coulibaly. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Wembanyama outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Washington trailing. On the wing, George. Covered by Vassell. George against Vassell. George, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Wembanyama. Nails the baby hook. Wembanyama's got the lead up to 3 now for the Spurs. Here's Coulibaly. He's got 7. 5 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Them one on Castle.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And Coulibaly drops them both. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Harper, no good. Wizards have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Vukcevic. Down low. Here's George. And George with this stuff. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes. And how about the vision from Castle, spotting that opening and making the pass on time?
George with the screen on Harper. Here's Carrington. He's guarded by Harper. And it's George missing. The Spurs with the lead. Harper in the corner. He tries for 3. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
Count that one. Vukcevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Launches it. The offensive rebound. Wembanyama. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
For San Antonio, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Here's Carrington. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And Washington making a change here. Champagne's checked in. Castle, no one around him. San Antonio again missing. Here we go, Coach. The 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this guy.
And the Wizards with possession, following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's Coulibaly. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Carrington. The Wizards shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. And stolen by Vassell. The finish, rips down the breakaway slam.
Using that speed, Vassell on the run.
Wizards trail by 4. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Champagnie to the middle, and stolen by Vassell. Barnes passes to Wembanyama.
Going to Wembanyama, any chance you get just makes a whole lot of sense. Victor is really on fire tonight.
Carrington with the ball. Shoots over Harper. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We'll return shortly.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaping.
We know the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose these 5.
All right, guys, we've got to go back and talk about Victor Wembanyama and how he played in that first half. Just outstanding. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. And it's Harper in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Now, here's Vassell. Barnes outside. Right side Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wembanyama. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Harper's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Coulibaly. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Look, he's got to play smart now. One more foul and he's gone.
Skal Labissière checked in for the Wizards. San Antonio leading by 8. Inside, here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
On the wing, Carrington. On the wing, Carrington. Pass to Whitmore. Baseline jumper. San Antonio with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Barnes looking around. Lays it up off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Spurs lead.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Labissière.
At 6'11" and about 225 pounds, Labissière is a long guy. Someone who uses that size to his advantage.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the second free throw, good. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Barnes outside. And here's Vassell from the arc. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. Wizards trail by 11. Driving in. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Wembanyama just too big down low.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside for George. Pass to Whitmore. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Off target from three-point range.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
Vassell, the pass to Harper. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handle and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Washington making some changes. Vukcevic is checked in, and it's Riley in for Cam Whitmore. That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Russell against Wembanyama. Pass to Coulibaly. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 11 rebounds in the game. And that one, good.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Wizards trail by 13. Here's George. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his third assist on the night.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
The kick out to Harper. Shoots a three. Victor Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. George with the screen on Castle. That's tipped. That's out of bounds. It was last touched by Coulibaly.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Spurs leading by 13. Here's Wembanyama. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Coulibaly. George with the screen on Castle. 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Riley. Nice defense by Vassell.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Vassell against Riley. Pass to Coulibaly. Here is Riley. Fires from deep. Barnes grabs the miss. Castle on the wing. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Castle's got 5 points in the quarter. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 16 to the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Hardy, he's checked in for Washington. Wizards making a switch here. Gill's checked in.
Number 16, Anthony Gill.
Now Castle. He's got 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Vassell. No good on the 3.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together...
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Harper. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hardy passes to Riley. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Victor Wembanyama really making a difference here.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. And it's Olynyk in for Barnes. And the basket by Vassell.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
Gill with a screen on Harden. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Castle with it. Riley covering. Castle misses. Here's George. Count that one. George has got 19 points.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Here's Vassell. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The defender did everything he could, but Vassell has the agility to get it to fall despite the foul.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Champagne's checked in, and it's Johnson in for Harper. Now, here's Hardy.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Wizards have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11. The first free throw is good. And George drops them both. San Antonio with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
Russell with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And just loving the attack mode here for Russell. Off the drive there, he draws the foul.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. San Antonio leading by 15. Johnson in the corner. Wide open look. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
The Wizards have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. And he knocks down the first one.
And since halftime, he's made a concerted effort to get to the line. Be aggressive. Great stuff.
Dalton Carrington's checked in for D'Angelo Russell.
And he's been rock solid at the free throw line tonight. A little bit of an unexpected bonus for them.
Here's Waters. Still yet to score. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Champagnie. That's 3-pointers off the mark. Wizards trail by 15. Here is Riley. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Waters. Here's Champagnie. Riley covering. Here's Champagnie. 6 points for him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Washington's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. San Antonio leading by 14. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Gill. Here is Riley. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Champagnie. Lets it go with the 3. Can't hit that one. And so it's San Antonio sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've excelled in the... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Keyshawn George is out there with Gill. Then there's Carlton Carrington. Then there's Hardy, and it's Riley in at the three. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by George. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. George sets a screen to the middle. Great pass to set up the lay-in. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
And Wembanyama outside. Right wing from past the arc. They get the rebound. Fournette, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Spurs lead by 15.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, look, their lack of effort is exactly why they're behind. Just look at how they're getting bullied on the glass right now.
And that one misses. So for the Wizards, Champagne's checked in, and it's Whitmore in for Riley. Second free throw, no good. Spurs leading by 15. Here's Waters. Here's Cornette. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to Whitmore. There's the pick. Out to the right wing. Here's Champagnie. Gets a very good look and converts.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. Back to Wembanyama. Pocket 6. And another basket for San Antonio.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Here's Carrington. That one drops for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Stripped it away. Here's Champagnie. The rebound by the Spurs. Back to Cornette. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Pass to Hardy. Here's Champagnie. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got rebound number 15.
Here he comes! Goodness. Well, it's amazing to me, the creativity. Johnson showing out.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Gill with a screen on Johnson. Hardy passes to Gill, and that one is good.
Nice job. creating for the easy deuce.
Spurs leading by 17. Here's Waters. Pass to Johnson. Carrington with the ball. Count that bucket. And that's now 6 points for Cam Whitmore.
And Whitmore, a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Stolen. Here's Carrington. Finishes the break with a slam.
That's the only thing that's going to get them back into this game, if there's still even a chance.
Here's Waters. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Wizards trail by 13. He takes it in. And that one's good. Gill.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Shot by Champagnie, no good. Whitmore with it, out-guarded by Wembanyama. And Whitmore throws it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. A three from Wembanyama. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio. To the inside. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a general run by the Wizards.
Here's Carrington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Right now, teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Now Carrington. Wembanyama with the rebound. Outside Harper. Back to Wembanyama. From beyond the arc. Harper, no good.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Labissiere with the screen for Whitmore. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love how Labissiere hustles for these rebounds, giving every ounce of energy he has for his team.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Vassell. Rebound by the Wizards. Pass to Labissiere. Vassell with it. Now defended by Whitmore.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Wizards trail by 13. Here's Carrington. And stolen by Wembanyama. Got a piece of it. Now here's Hardy. Defended by Wembanyama. Takes it from 10. Barnes rips down the rebound. And Barnes has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Wizards trail by 15. Driving the lane. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Vassell, great touch off the pass.
Vassell getting in there and blinding.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. It's time now to present our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Russell with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Barnes against George. Riley with a screen on Barnes. Now George. And they're pushing it up. Vassell. Cleared away by George. Wizards trail by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Spurs.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
From deep. Up again. He parachutes in for the putback. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Barnes can't get the 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Castle against George. From about 19. No good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they start.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy.